Let's move on now with the next email today. What is up next, Ashley?
Next up is Daniel Hogan. Godzilla 2 opened well below the 230 million worldwide debut deadline had projected. With this film showing that the previous films didn't gravitate with moviegoers, and with this film getting the same lackluster Cinemascore as the other films, what does this mean for Godzilla vs. Kong? While some might argue it means nothing because who would skip on such a big movie, let's remember we all saw what happened to Justice League, which you could have made the same argument about.
Yeah, so Godzilla 2, Godzilla King of the Monsters. A while ago, they came out with opening projection numbers of 55 million, to which we all went, whoa, come on. This is not going to open to just 55 million. This is going to open to 70 or something. These numbers will go up. We all felt pretty confident, including me. We all felt pretty confident. These numbers are going to go up. Now, I hadn't seen the movie yet at the time, but the trailers have been awesome. The buzz seemed pretty solid for it. And Robert Meyer Burnett had seen it, and we were all saying, including me, come on. No. This movie's not going to open to 55 million. This movie's going to open to 70 minimum. So you wait. You're going to see these numbers are going to go up. Well, Godzilla King of the Monsters did open. And unfortunately, it's not very good, in my opinion. There are those who love it, and that's great. Certainly, every moment the giant monsters are on screen and fighting was awesome. Unfortunately, that only represents about 20% of the movie. The other 80% of the movie was filled with ridiculous, nonsensical, completely plotless, poorly done character gibberish with all the humans. Not the worst stuff I've ever seen, but it was certainly pretty damn poor, especially when you contrast it to how great the giant monster stuff was. Because the giant monster stuff was awesome. But the crappy human stuff far outweighed it. And look, I don't care if you want to see giant robots fighting. If you want to just put up the giant spectacle and ignore everything else, you end up with a crappy Transformers movie. And that's what I felt like Godzilla was. I felt like it was a Transformers movie. So it was great when the big stuff was happening, but away from that, they gave little to no attention or care or passion or attention to the rest of the movie, which made up the majority of the movie, and it ended up being pretty poor. Some people love it, and that's great. Some people were pretty disappointed like me. What is very concerning, though, with Godzilla opening to only $49 million, which is even lower than what we all thought was too low projection numbers. They projection 55. We said, no way, that's too low. Opens at $49 million. This is the continuation of a very disturbing trend with this monster universe for the studio. Because let's look at it. In 2014, the first Godzilla movie came out. It opened to a $93 million opening. That's pretty damn good. The movie wasn't great, but the opening was pretty damn good. Then in 2017, Kong Skull Island came out. And I didn't think Kong Skull Island was all that bad, actually. I enjoyed Kong Skull Island. I enjoyed it. It wasn't great, but I had a good time with it. I thought it was pretty decent. But it took a significant dip from the Godzilla film and only made $61 million. Still not terrible, I guess, at the time. But they plowed forward with this Monster Universe movie, and they said, we're going to make two more. We're going to make Godzilla King of the Monsters, and we're going to make Godzilla vs. Kong. So they make Godzilla King of the Monsters, 2019. Again, the downward trend continues. It went from 93 million opening to 61 million opening, now down to a $49 million opening. This has got to have the people at Warner Brothers concerned. This has got to have them concerned. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they have already shot Godzilla vs. Kong. We know that movie's already shot. They're done principal photography on it. They're all in post-production now. Had they not already shot Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm going to tell you right now, they would have canceled the movie. I'll tell you right now, they would have canceled Godzilla vs. Kong if they had not started production on it already. When they look at these numbers, from 93 to 61 to 49, with a movie that a bunch of people like, I didn't, but a bunch of people did, like Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Despite that, it dropped and dropped and dropped. It'll be interesting to see what kind of drop it takes in its second weekend. Will it have a good, positive holding on and good legs and only take a 50 to 60% drop? Will it go above 60% or lower? I'm suspecting it's going to take a greater than 60% drop next weekend. I don't want it to, but I kind of suspect that it will. So yeah, this isn't good news. This is not good news for them at all. Again, I think it's probably roughly around, I'm surprised. Even though I didn't like the movie, I thought it would do better. I still thought, because I thought the marketing was, I thought they did a great job on the marketing. I thought the trailers have looked sharp. It's giant monsters. I mean, King Ghidorah fighting Godzilla in the trailers have looked fantastic. I expected it to do better. But yeah, I'll be straight up with you right here. If they had not already begun shooting, this new movie coming out, Godzilla vs. Kong, never would happen. But it's too late. They've shot the movie, they spent the money on it, so now all they can do is try to do as much as they can, put even more, oomph into the marketing, try to have a little bit better of a turnout, but we'll have to see. None of this is good news for them at this point.
For me,
None
at least Kong has like more of a draw than Godzilla, so maybe Godzilla versus Kong will have more of a draw to people than just Godzilla, but I'm not really sure.
Why does Godzilla? Why, I'm just curious. Why does Kong have more of a draw for somebody like you than say a Godzilla?
I don't know. Maybe just like the history of the film, and then I thought they really did a good job. I mean, I loved all the actresses, like Naomi Watts when she was in it. I liked the humor with Jack Black and Kong Island, right?
Well, that was Peter Jackson's King Kong. Then there was the one from a couple of years ago with Kong Skull Island with John C. Reilly and Tom Hiddleston. And the girl who plays Brie Larson was in it. Yes, you had a movie with Loki. You had a movie with Loki and Captain Marvel. In a movie with King Kong. I mean, I guess that's all they've got left to hope for at this point is that maybe Kong and the novelty of Godzilla versus Kong, maybe that'll bring people out. They certainly better hope so at this point, because this is going to be a movie that ends up losing them money. Unfortunately, it's going to end up losing them money, which is too bad. Anyway, what do you guys think is going to happen here? Do you think this was a disappointing result for Godzilla? How do you think it's going to do in week 2? Do you think they still would have made Godzilla versus Kong if they hadn't already made it at this point? I want to know what you guys think. Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.